Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play the Occult Chronicles. Sorry for the early strange sounds, drinking some celebratory soda since I got an actual 8 hours of sleep last night. No one cares, I know. Let's go ahead and get the summary. In the last episode, Dr. Whom has just about wrapped up his explorations here on the second floor after talking to Laszlo Benway and completing some of his tasks. We also completed several of the quests that we had picked up on the ground floor also. And our character, Dr. Whom, is looking very impressive. I don't foresee too many issues downstairs in the basement or waiting for us in the attic, with the possible exception of traps, since our cups is 6. Still, our other stats are amazing. We got, I think, 4 points of swords right there at the very end of the last episode, having picked up a Strength Arcana card, which is giving us +1 strength as long as it's held in our inventory, and 3 points of strengths thanks to the Edge Sword of Air, which is here somewhere. Here it is. There we go. Amazing. We're going to wrap up probably the mansion in this episode, and then begin heading down to the basement, where we'll probably, hopefully, wrap up things in the next episode. Things are going extremely well for Dr. Whom. I could not have hoped for a better exploration of the mansion. Several close calls early on, but he's managed to make it this far. Alright, and with that said, let's see how much further we can go here. We still want to level up a little more before we head to the basement, if we can, in order to pick up a few feats and edges to help us with traps down there. So first, the attic. Well, we get the one monster that I've been looking forward to fighting this year. I always tend to fight this thing. Let's walk in there and say hello to this strange sorcerer. You smell death. Not the desiccated scent of moldering bones, but the smell of a slaughterhouse. Then you notice the bones littering the floor. It accompanies the realization that you are being watched. Suddenly, you hear the bones start to rattle, and a creature rises out from under them to stand in front of you. It's eldritch, and it's terrifying. Your eyes widen in disbelief as you look directly at the eldritch creature. You can feel an aura of evil radiating from it. We've seen things far worse than this. If I quote one of the most used lines in the game, I'll hold on to our king. Alright, now we have to use it. I have more than what we needed to pass this hard check. You have seen and smelled things as bad as this. You remember your assignment in Borano, where you stumbled upon a cannibalistic tribe celebrating their most recent victory. That smell never leaves you. The creature is a sorcerer, some ability. You can feel the energy flowing through it. You remember a briefing about a cult that worships eldritch creatures made of human bones. It seems to have set up its own little snack shop up here in the attic. The creature appears to be encased in some strange exoskeleton. It stands there watching you, waiting. The next move seems to be yours. Maybe this came from the UFO, another hitchhiker, as it were. Or hitchhiker? Guest on the aliens roster, similar to the Talazrati we fought down below. Now, there is a option to communicate with it, but if I recall correctly, it doesn't. You guys don't care. I apologize. Let's go ahead and talk with it. You can feel an aura of evil emanating from it, but also a very keen intelligence. You decide to try and make contact before other alternatives are considered. Well, we see some cards we can definitely take. Let's take the 3 of swords with our 5. And then flip other cards. Take the 8 with our queen, and we win the challenge. We'll take the 4 with our knight. take this ace with our 7. And we have 1. You've studied the Eldritch Scrolls of Skelos in the Odd Library and are familiar with several ways to communicate with such beings that do not require human sacrifices. It pays off now. The key was a reference you remembered from the lost languages of Pau. You speak with it and hear the story of the creature, the bone yards of the abyssal plains. These Eldritch things were once invaders of this dimension, becoming sorcerer kings in an age undreamed of on Earth. Their blood magic made them virtual gods. How the mighty have fallen. The creature claims to be Zalthar, the high priest of Hyboria that fell beneath the waves. It is trapped here in our dimension. It has a bargain for you. It has its power, your sorcerer's blood, and with it the ability to open a portal back to its world. It wants to take a small part of your energy from your blood. It claims it will gift you with a portion of its own power. Do you agree? We can run. We can allow it to draw our blood. We can psychic duel it, try to fight it, or attack it. We also have the option to use our shotgun. So, I don't think Dr. Whom would trust this creature to fulfill its pact. Most of the quests of this game, or things that you communicate with, will uphold their side of the bargain. This one, I know, does not. Nope, it tries to kill you as it draws your blood. So, I think also the Dr. Whom would not allow this to occur, so shotgun blast. The single tap or the double tap, it's all the same, really. Don't worry about aiming all that much, and just stay focused and go for the center of mass. Well, there's a Wands card up there. We've won. King, Knight, and Page of Wands are in our hand. Some good numbered cards as well. 6 of Cups to start. We can take it with our 9. Page of Cups. Do we start using powers? What does this do? Nope. Lumerian Fire. Nope. That's select non-face revealed trick cards. Nope. So our spells are not useful here. Critical hit. Roll and bone. Select a revealed non-face. Nope. We can't. Do we have an edge that lets us target? Non-face cards can be bumped up to face cards. So if I was to play our 10 on the page, I should be able to then use our Luger to make it a page, and we take that card. 3 of Cups. Well, now we're out of Cups cards. Queen of Wands. The only face card we did not possess. We have the King. And now we're 10 over, so we don't need to do any of our other abilities. We have won this challenge. And another Wands card. You battle the creature all over the room. The fight ranges across piles of bones. In the end, it can't endure the punishment that you dish out, and its physical body collapses to the floor. Ceremonial Dagger. And some life. That's going in our Pentacles inventory, isn't it? We're almost filled up on it. Oh, it's not. Is it a weapon? It's a weapon! +1 swords. Requires you to possess at least 1 sword's bone. Okay, for us to be able to use this. Okay, so it's a good thing we did get that sword's bone. Roll 1. Well, we had the world card. We could have gotten anyway. And we used the world already? We used the world on a challenge earlier. What does this do? Roll 1 bone and bump the card value up on a random non-face played card plus X, where X number of swords rolled. So we have 3 cards that bump the values up on cards that we have played. So if we get the chance to take another edge, we should look to increase that number. That was good enough. I'm going to go back to the main menu too, guys. I don't want a script error to rob us of that dagger. By the way, we do have 4 points of experience, so why not... Oh, ranged edge. Okay, so not a combat edge anymore. We're almost done with puzzles and lures. I'm gonna grab a Heroic's Feet Edge. Let's see. Do we have something in here? Do we have Lionheart? Braveheart. This is what I want. The courage cost of the first heroic feat used in any challenge is reduced by X, down to a minimum of 0, where X is the level of the edge. I think this can be leveled once. I think. Even then, even if this is just 1, this is still a decent feat. We're gonna select this. Then we're gonna go look at the edge to tell me, did it need to be as complicated as it had been listed? Just 1. Just 1. Okay, then why do you have X there when you don't need to say X? Just say the courage cost of the first heroic feat used in a challenge is reduced by 1. Done. That's it. That's all I need to say. Alright. I did my ranting in the last episode. Spiders are in here. Or could be. There is likely a clue token up here. I think we have time to go and look for one. Spiders. One of these might be junk. One of them might be bug juice. You thought at first that it was some type of decorative statue, but as you get closer you realize it's a large stuffed animal. Its white fur, black nose, and ferocious claws reveal to be a polar bear, in point of fact. Suddenly the polar bear begins to stir. A ghostly green vapor seems to be animating it. You have seen this type of possession before, and it never ends well. You find yourself fighting a wave of panic that threatens to turn your will into jelly. Well, with the King of Cups taking your only Cups card, that's a shame. We also, I see you've got 1 point, because we had an ace in our hand. We have the Justice card. I'll play the 6 here and hold on to our knight. Let's see if that was a mistake. It was. You have read the briefings on what actually happened to the Franklin expedition. This doesn't even raise an eyebrow compared to that. The stuffed polar bear is animated by a spirit of some sort. It doesn't read as evil, but you sense a tremendous rage behind it. It won't care what your intentions are. You are alive, and it isn't. It rears itself up on 2 feet and awaits your move. It obviously has no intention of fleeing. You sense that it feels cornered here, and intends to fight to the finish. We have a good chance to use sorcery to banish it. A good chance to also disengage in a psychic duel. We get more draw that way. Oh, wow, we have a... options. Let's attack it. It's possessed by some sort of spirit, but you know you can do some damage to the vessel that holds it. A knight and a page in our hand. I will risk holding on to the knight. We'll play the 3 to take that ace. We also earned 1 point because we had an ace in our hand. Do we have any Cups cards? Take that 2 with our 4. Looking good so far. I'll take that 6 with our page. Take that 8 with our 9. We have nothing that can take that 10, nor that page. We can take that 8, and we've won. The polar bear's body is a shattered mess. The head has come off. We got to return that to the stuffed, the wall that all the heads are mounted upon. We didn't get the other quest from from Laszlo, did we? We didn't. And there's the robot. That's why I hesitated. I was like, that's an event. We're in the attic. We didn't find this downstairs. I bet you this is the robot. We're going to go right back downstairs then. You see a strange mechanical man over near the far wall, hunching slightly forward. It looks like it has been deactivated or run out of power somehow. We've heard stories about these things from the old hands at the Odd HQ. Robots, they were called. Apparently there have been attempts by several nefarious organizations with armies of them to conquer the world. Well, we don't have a reason to fiddle with it. Let's go get that reason. I can't believe I forgot to do this. Thankfully he's right here. Alright. So, let's talk with him. You suspect he very much wants to talk with you, so you go ahead and, with the grand charade, and clear your throat again, to get his attention. We have 2 queens and a page, all from different suits, and we got 2 aces, which gives us 2 points. I love getting aces now. And we win the challenge. So why we can't commit to winning more points from it. Yes, yes, very well. How do you feel about robots, mechanical men, that sort of thing? It seems that my mechanical assistant, Tor, has wandered off. I sent him to find my boffin juice, and he never came back. You'll need to find him, and then replace his battery pack, no doubt. Here's a fully charged unit. Now off you go. You aren't ready to talk to the crazy SOB at this time. Wow. Time is running out. The chief alien engineer has found a possible solution to the technical problem that has been grounding the saucer. All challenges that involve swords as the primary suit receive a -1 modifier, number of cards drawn to the player's hand, while this story icon is active. When we draw this token, we want to head down anyway, so we are wrapping things up. We'll go and do this right now, complete Benway's quest. And then, I don't even know if we should finish exploring the rest of the attic. We could avoid several traps up here. I wouldn't mind having 1 more clue token, but maybe we just don't get it. And hope we find one instead in the basement levels. Alright, so let's... Oh my goodness, why is it so hard to replace the battery compared to just replacing the battery and reprogramming the robot? These things like to follow orders, so why don't you give it some new ones? You wish it could be there when Benway tries to order it around. Right, we've earned a edge, I think, that lets us scry 2 cards automatically here. And then we're supposed to be seeing 2 others, but we only see 1, so... And we have an edge that lowers the cards in these challenges by 1 point. Which is why there's an ace here, and why we have an ace in our hand. You never draw duplicates unless something is affecting the number of values in some way. So let's immediately take this ace with our ace. And we got 2 points earlier because we have 2 aces in our hand. We can take this 7 with our 7 also. Seems like a good idea. And now we won the challenge. We have a cups card, probably not a king. We'll take that 4 with our queen. I don't think we're going to see another face card for swords, and we did not. Benway is not as smart as he thinks he is, and apparently neither are you. It's all about the 1s and 0s. The robot powers up and suddenly chirps in a mechanical voice, "No! Will not return to master!" and then runs off down the hall. Judgment. You receive +2 card draws and +2 trick cards for any persuasion or deception challenges, while this card is in your inventory. There aren't very many of those left, so this is another Arcana card I'm just willing to spend. Well, let's go back downstairs and turn this quest in after we deal with this skeleton. You wonder if a curse or a necromancer has some skill or summoned a spirit to animate this bag of bones. Was sent after you. We're right outside the bone creature's pile, so maybe some residual anger left over from it, from its defeat, has caused this thing to leap up to seek out revenge. Remember from your briefings that its decayed appearance can be deceptive and prepare yourself. You will need to either fight or flee. We get 1 less card draw thanks to that 1 story token, but we have an okay chance to beat it up. Our chance to beat it up is arguably better. You got a bone to pick with the skeleton. If you can hack it to pieces, you suspect it won't be getting back up. We have a king and a knight, and a good range of number cards. Most are wands. Nothing, though, that is too low, other than a 4. Nothing lower than a 4. Let's go with that. We have a lot of wands cards in our hand. The odds of another wands card up here is low, but I'm willing to hold on to the king until we see another wands card. Take that 2 with our 5. We take the 7 with our knight, and we win the challenge. That knight takes our 9. An ace. The odds of either of these being a Wands card is rather low, so now we'll play the King. Or is low. And indeed, we got none of them. But we still won. You knock the head off and separate the spine from the rib cage. An arm is lying over by itself. The spell is broken, and the thing goes still. You decided to tell Benway about the robot and its reaction after it was given a new battery. You wonder how he will react. This is an outrage! That mechanical moron, that arrogant automaton, that tin-plated traitor, that furious Frankenstein. I will show it what the wages of disloyalty are. At any rate, here's your reward. Look over in the box over there. You might find something that you like. You might not either. With that, he disappears in search of his robot. A machete. We're gonna get another swords, a +1 swords from this. The blade dances, a feat to go with it. What the heck is happening? And another experience point. What? Why? The game is being extremely generous today. We went from being like sorcerer focused, kind of, with focus on using our mind abilities and spells, to now we have a 12 flipping swords. I don't even think my melee characters I've played in the past have had so many swords. Machete. +1 swords bonus. You have to have a cups or a swords bone to use it. Select a non-face played card, roll 1 bone, and bump the card value up on the selected card plus X, where X number of, once again, another targeted card that's played, bump the value up plus X. Alright, that's fantastic. And we got a feat, the blade dances. Roll 1 bone and bump the card values down on X revealed non-face trick cards minus X, where X number of swords or cups rolled, whichever is higher. You don't ever roll 2 dice. You roll 1 dice, so I don't know why it says whichever is higher. Then draw a card. Maybe at one point Vic had thought about rolling multiple dice if you possess multiple bones, but that's not the case. So that's that's what I'm looking for. Information that is useless. Alright, what are we doing? We can turn in the head quest, and then I guess we can wrap it up. We don't even need to explore the rest of the attic. I think we're good. We'll take another edge, though, while we're here. Let's see what we have. More tricks are placed on the board. More draw for puzzle lore or perception challenges. Lower the target level. Well, we'll choose WizKid. So we get more cards drawn. We have 1 more point. Let's begin taking ranged edge. How tricky is this door? Kinda tricky. A target number. And there's still good things in the attic. We could stay up there, but I think we're going to head down a little early. Ghouls. Alright, let's see. I think fighting them physically is the best thing for us. It's not even it's not an even fight, but whoever said life was fair. Poor ghouls. Note the difficulty differences here. Once again, this option was one I added to the game. Difficulty 15. This should match what's over on the left side here. Game's increasing this by 4 to make it more difficult for us. You could argue that keeping it difficult makes it more exciting. I argue that making it difficult like this cheapens the focus you might be doing on your character, which is why I make characters the way I do, so I can have multiple options for dealing with an encounter. We have a cups card. It's not going to be a queen, a king. Oh my goodness! Oh, bad face cards on the trick board this time. we do manage to win. The ghouls are no match for you. They fall where they stood, and the puddle of blood on the floor is now bigger than ever. Where is that organ? Where is the organ? Oh wait, can we? No, you can't. You can't get across there. Okay, I thought for a second we could get over to the other side of the mansion. We get to the east, the west side of the mansion from the east side. Or both sides are connected. They are not. I don't care about the plant. That's the basement. So we'd have to go and turn in the head. There's the organ. So I'd have to go back this way. We could do all that. We would draw another token, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have been drawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are still left to be drawn. I don't know, viewer. I think we go. I think we do start the basement. You feel your footstep down in the pressure plate, and then hear the dramatic sounds of darts being shot through blow tubes. You catch a glimpse of the deadly swarm of needle-tipped killers heading your way. You react without thinking, tucking into an acrobatic duck and roll. 14 draw. We'll take 14 draw. An okay hand. We got a king, 2, never mind, a great hand. 5 face cards. We also have 2 aces. So we got some points right away. Well, but we don't have very many high swords. We don't have any high swords cards, so all these swords that are showing up are things we can't do anything about. This is a trap. We don't want to lose traps, so we're going to play the king. Odds of the queen being up here, once again, are very low, so we'll spend him immediately. We have the queen, we have the king. No reason not to play the king there. Take the 4 with our 5. Have our 8. You tumble away from the curtain of darts and emerge unscathed. Or a fortune. I think that's the 4th or 5th one now we've had. More ammo we find. Kind of like this idea. If you possess at least 1 pistol card, X additional cards that are drawn at the start of any combat. X additional cards are drawn at the start of any combat where X. Okay, so we get additional card draw there. That's kind of nice. If we have a rifle, we lose it. The difficulty becomes easier. Same thing with pistols. Well, so we have bloody mess. So these are the same between rifles and pistols. You can use rifles a second time. Reduce the ammo cost of the first shot you use. Why don't we choose high accuracy? The ammo cost of the first ranged weapon used in any combat challenge is reduced by X, down to a minimum of 0, where X is level of the edge. And I guarantee this is only level once, isn't it? Let's take a look. Oh no, 3 times for this. Okay. Okay, good. That's good. Only for the first shot, though. Alright, let's save the game again. And let's... I think we start the basement. Where's the organ again? It's not that far, but then we have to walk all the way back to the organ master. No, we're gonna leave those undone. That's a lot of walking around. Oh, but then again, maybe you can get some ammo. Let's, the moment we draw this token, we've got to get to the basement. We have to. Let's do it. Well, at least start the process of getting these quests done. Another body from the body bag. We will attack it this time. We might as well play the page. The queen can have the 4. Do we have any pentacle cards? We have a king, so we'll take that page. Knight can take the 8. 7 can take the ace, and now we are over the 10 points. We have dominated this encounter. The zombie lies scattered on the floor in several pieces. You decide to not put them back in the bag. We don't have the inventory for another heroic feat. So we'll take another flee, evade, or hide edge next. Alright, organ, we are here. Use the Organ Master's spell. This is most definitely the pipe organ, which the ghost of the Organ Master wanted you to destroy. Armed with this incantation, you should be able to dispel it and sever its nexus with the organ. We have a fantastic chance at this. Only one target number. And with what we see on the board, I mean, all we have to do is score 1 point. And we've won. And, well, based on what I see, I don't think we'll lose this challenge. I will win it right now. We'll play our page on this 5. I don't want to flip over a card and see a face cups card and lose the page. We can do nothing about this 7. We can take this ace with our 2. So let's start flipping other cards instead. Do you have any cups cards? We have no other cups cards. Queen of Cups, 6 of Wands, Pentacles. Oh, this was actually stupidly tough. Good thing we had that ace there. We can take with our king in the end. Reciting the melody that the ghost taught you, you drive the evil spirit from the pipe organ. It seems to shudder and then exhale a discordant death rattle as the air wheezes one final time through the pipes. Let's grab that other edge. X additional unrevealed tricks placed on the board when you flee. Can we... Let's see... I'm going to forget about this, and it's only going to give me 1 point probably, and I'm not going to level it. So we'll choose something I don't really particularly like, but I don't want to think about this upgrade. Sprinter. I don't want to have to... It's going to lower the target level by 1 for running away. At the moment, not the best, but if we're running, I'll take every difficulty modifier we can get. There's no reason why we shouldn't beat the rats up, so we'll go ahead and attack the rats. Oh, I'm going to have to use the restroom, so I'm going to have to put a break here. Do nothing about that knight. We don't have a king. Oh, we do have a king of cups, so we can take the queen. That was lucky. We can take the page with that king. Oh, I should have used our I guess it doesn't matter. The king gives us more points, and the odds of the queen being up here for pentacles is low. You kill dozens, wound even more, and fling yet more away. At some point, they seem to break, like they were being controlled by a single will, then scatter and flee. Two more experience points. Look at all the experience points we're earning very quickly. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. Alright. Let's keep going. Or rather... well, yeah, keep going, Tim. You said the right thing. We're going to now turn this quest in. We might as well also put the polar bear head back on the wall. When we do that, we'll have an option to speak with all the other heads on the trophy wall who want us to kill Van Pelt and bring his head to the wall. But we don't have the time for that. So we're going to go ahead and do what Van Pelt wants, an alien patrol. You have stumbled into an armed patrol of alien troopers. They are wearing strange spacesuits that resemble the clean suits that you sometimes see Z-Branch technicians wearing back at the Odd HQ. But these troopers are heavily armed and dangerous. We can get ammo for winning this fight. We'll fight them physically. They may have ray guns, for all you know, but they don't stand a chance against one highly trained odd agent. That would be you. Oh, it would be us. We have 2 kings and 2 aces. We've already earned 2 points for that. And a page and a queen. So I don't think we're losing this. Unless we don't get any wands cards being displayed. Okay, there's a 2 of wands. There's no reason not to play the king. So we'll immediately win... No, now we'll win the challenge. No reason not to play the page. We have the 10 of cups as well. We'll risk not playing the king. Play the 4 there. See if we can earn a few more points here or there. Play the queen. Play the knight. And that was, okay, so that was a mistake. Not playing our king of pentacles. Didn't matter. We're 20 over the target number. Didn't even need to use any of our special abilities. You won the battle. You take a moment to reflect on the fact that even alien life from a planet that could be across a galaxy can still be snuffed out just like that. Then you snap out of it and begin searching their bodies. Some bullets. Perfect. We did use 2 Luger and 2 shotguns. So we'll go ahead and refill those. I guess doesn't matter which way we go, does it? Let's turn this quest first. You destroyed the pipe organ as the ghost required. You hope that with its task complete, the organ master's ghost can be at peace. Organ master's ghost smiles and thanks you for your help. It says that it didn't really expect to see you again, but it's pleased you proved so resourceful. Content that its task of redemption is done, it fades away slowly before your very eyes. Ghostly music. Persuasion and deception challenges have a 5% chance we'll get a talisman. That's interesting. And more experience points. Another perception edge. We must start with at least 1 face card. Okay, well, we can get more edges, I guess. Well, a heads up, viewer, that could be a problem, though, right? We know if we have more than, like, I think it's, what is it, 10 or 16? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. We have 7? We have 7 upgradable edge cards. I think we can take another one without breaking the game. Your attention is drawn to a wall covered in mounted trophy heads. You recognize some of them as big game animals, but others are truly bizarre creatures. You see among others what might be a giant bat's head, a fishman of some sort, and a creature that could only be called a troglodyte. As you come closer, a growing sense of unease begins to dominate your thoughts. You are startled and a chill shoots down your spine when you realize that the trophies are watching you. Their heads all turn slightly in unison as you approach. Your eyes widen in disbelief as you realize that the trophies are all mounted on the wall, possessed by spirits. You can feel them probing your psychic defenses as they try and get into your head. I don't think we'll lose this. We have a single face card. It's a king, though, so... And we've already now won the challenge. We can take that 5 with our 6. Take that 9 with our king. Your defenses prevent the spirits from hurting you. The trophies gaze down at you with pleading eyes. You can sense that some of them want to make contact with you psychically. Others look like they would like to tear you apart if they had a body with claws or could get their fangs on you. There is definitely some type of strange sorcery involved here that is binding these spirits to the trophies. You can feel a wave of anger building slowly in the psychic space of this room. Someday it's going to explode. You see the plaque that is missing its head, neatly labeled polar bear. You wonder how it grew a body. Sorcery can work wonders, you guess. Well, we see a 9 and 7 of pentacles. We have a queen and page of pentacles in our hand. And we have a 7 of wands there. And we have a queen and 6 of wands. Alright, so we don't need to take any of these cards yet. Let's flip over other cards. So we'll take that 8 with our queen. We'll take that 7 with this queen. And now we've won the challenge. Take that 2 with our 2. That 5 can take with this for our 5. That one edge we have that lowers numbers by 1 is getting us some interesting free points. We'll take that 5 with our page. Take that ace with our knight. And now we have the cards we've seen. So we can't do anything about this 7. We can't use this page. We can use The queen on that 9. This 9 on that 7. We're 24 with the target number. You mount the head back on the wall, and the spirit suddenly reanimates the head and tries to snap at you. The trophies seem to have grown even angrier with the return of their escape member. Your psychic barriers are being assaulted on all sides. The sorcery that binds these spirits here is very powerful and very dangerous. You will need to leave soon, or the results could be bad. Something strange about this place keeps your eyes fixed on the wall. There is a strange sorcery here that draws life essence towards it. You will need all your willpower to turn and escape. So obviously we're not going to stay. Only one face card for the flea. We got 3 aces in our hands because we have 3 points down here. Oh, no! I apologize. We had 1 ace in our hand. We were getting the points for the unplayed Page of Swords because we have a feat that lets us do that. We still win the fleet challenge. We're just going to win now. Exert all your willpower to step away from this ensorelled wall. Step by step, you feel its power wane until you are suddenly free. Never flip over flea rewards. All they are is bad. I don't know what you were thinking doing that. Why would you do that to the player? I don't know. I complain too much. You decide to tell Van Pelt that you have returned the head of the polar bear to the trophy wall. Colonel Van Pelt roars with approval when he observes you approach. You did well, laddie. I'll not hunt you today. You can tell from his ear-to-ear grin. You can't tell from his ear-to-ear grin whether he's joking or not. He raises his elephant gun and pulls the trigger. Your ears ringing and when the cloud of ghostly smoke clears, you realize that Van Pelt is gone. Oh man, that's an awful sentence. Oh well, there's many typos or grammatical errors here too. I have fixed a good amount of them in my tweaking of the mods. Sometimes I still encounter things I have never tweaked. Here's something I did not change. Okay. That is not meant as a slight against Cryptic Comet. There is a lot of text here. And so I am more than willing to believe some slipped under the proofreading. It's a lot. When I've been working on my Heroes Quest modifications, I still catch typos and grammatical problems, or things that aren't using the same language or words describe exactly the same thing I want. Even after about 8 or 10 years of working on it, it's tough. During any challenge option of the horror type, 1 is subtracted from the target level at the start of the challenge, so it makes horror challenges a tiny bit easier. The High Priestess. Remove all wound and impairment cards from your inventories after this card is used to take a trick. We are definitely holding on to her and using her if we get any of those. Ooh, what the? Ooh, using the wrong keys. We are now done with the quests up here. Let's get down to the basement, right? We're done with all the quests, right? We've finished every quest that we have bumped into. There are still more present on the board, but we're not going to be going for them. And we don't need to fight things like the man-eating plant or something of the sort. They just stay there, hanging out, being cool and all. And now, viewer, I think we'll stop here. Let's stop here. When we come back, we'll begin exploring the basement. And I'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone. And thanks for watching.